Could please stand and face the, remove your hats and face the flag. We'll do the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag, to the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're almost the one.
We've received 2 bids on the property at 201 East State Street. So we will go ahead with the bid opening first. Okay, the first bid is for Travis and Tori Harris for $6,000. And the second bid is from Pat McIntosh for $6,000. So, the Mrs. Harris is here, but Mr. McIntosh is not here. He said he could not make it. So what do we do in the event of a tie?
Bear with me, I'm just taking a quick look at the. So the notice provides that approved bidders have an opportunity to raise their bids. So they can do that, but at this time, neither has reached the minimum amount that was advertised.
And that was 10,000?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So, so Mrs. Harris is here, so if she would want to raise that to 10, then she could do that?
Correct.
Okay.
In the alternative, if she does not wish to do that, then my recommendation is that you take these bids under advisement.
Okay. Mrs. Harris, is that something you'd want to do? No, okay, so just a motion then to take it under advisement?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. All right, so then we'll go ahead and, we'll go ahead and start. Jordan, do you want to come up here and we'll take you first then? Okay?
I'm sorry,
Oh, wait.
so you're closing the economic development?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, so we need a motion to close that meeting.
I'll go ahead and make the motion to close.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
Okay, Jordan, come on up.
Okay, so, Morocco baseball has a new board this year. We've got a lot of big plans for the new season. So we're wanting to do a winter fundraiser. Our secretary, or our new secretary is Kayla Nybert. Her parents are the Colts in Rensselaer and they sell like pork burgers and all of that. They have offered, they do a fundraiser where they cook all of it for us and it would just be a fundraiser where they have a van, they come, they cook it, we would sell it as like either a meal, and then we pay them for the burgers and we get to keep like the whatever's left in type of fundraiser. So we were wanting to know if we could do that at the Christmas tree lighting.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
I know it. Need a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sure, okay, that's
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah, you're good.
so let's go ahead and go to Scott.
Jordan,
Yes.
can I step out for 1 second?
I'm here for the planning commission on the matter that Josh Yoder would like to rezone a piece of property at Beaver Creek Estates to industrial.
So the planning commission met.
Yes, planning commission, we voted on it favorably and we are passing it along to the town board.
So the planning commission's making a recommendation to the town board, and you guys can vote to approve or deny that request.
Okay, I don't think Nikki heard you. Sorry.
Scott's making a motion a recommendation to the town board to rezone that property from residential to industrial.
Okay.
So,
Have all the steps been taken on your side?
This is the next step in the process.
Um,
Did you have something to say? Okay,
So I don't want to stop this. I don't care what he does. But we're going through a legal thing right now. I'm 45% shareholder of this Beaver Creek Developers. Wasn't notified of the meeting, wasn't notified of elections, which legally I'm supposed to be. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys want to see that. That's the deed of the shares. So my recommendation is either table this or deny it until our legal things are done.
would you like to speak? Mr. Spear?
I would love to. Obviously, if for any of you that don't know me, my name's Cody Spear. I represent Beaver Creek Developers. And I'm familiar with the legal proceedings, that J.R. Yoder referenced. Separate matter, unrelated to what is being requested of, the board today, or the council today. Mr. Yoder, well, both Yoder boys are shareholders in Beaver Creek Developer. I think that it was an unintentional misstatement. J.R. Yoder is a 4.5% shareholder, a minority shareholder in Beaver Creek Developers. A meeting was held back in January. There was a public notice, or there was notice of the meeting, in which two of the existing board members voted unanimously to appoint Josh Yoder as president. And I do have copies. I have a copy of the minutes from that meeting.
it says 45% or 45.
45 shares.
Shares.
There are 1,000 total shares. And here is the initial documentation from the incorporation of Beaver Creek Developers, which you'll see that it includes that's 1,000 total shares of the company. Only 110 were ever issued. Beaver Creek retains the rest. Joshua Yoder, of what's been issued, is the majority shareholder in that with 63 shares.
Well, as a shareholder, shouldn't I have been notified of any meetings or elections or
Under the
what Mr. Blaney says that I should have been, that it was illegal?
so
I mean, how did you go about the meeting, I guess? Who was notified of the meeting?
I believe there was a public notice that was issued, and
Do you have something that was in the paper or the public notice?
That's not required for
No.
a privately held corporation.
no.
Okay,
But I didn't, nobody told me about
And under I believe let me get pulled up. So the shareholders of Beaver Creek don't have any voting rights. And these are actually just, I guess, more or less kind of advisory shares that were issued way back when. As you'll see in the articles of incorporation, it's the board members, the members that have decision-making authority over Beaver Creek and any and all dealings with Beaver Creek. The shares just designate ownership interest in Beaver Creek itself, but have no controlling authority over the day-to-day operations of the corporation.
it. But we agreed to 2 months ago that he was gonna sign over the shop to me and I was gonna sign over my shares. So there's something,
Um, but it's also, is it
It's a
safe to
vote.
say that even, so as shareholders, you're also property owners, right?
No,
No,
no. Beaver Creek Developers is the sole property owner to these lots.
okay.
They are the corporation itself, thereby through their board of directors, have sole control over what happens to these lots. Now, should the company liquidate, sell, the shareholders would be entitled to a pro rata share of any proceeds therefrom. And what is being requested here today is a completely separate issue from the legal proceedings between the owners. That matter concerns a separate property that's located here within the town of Morocco. It does not have anything to do with what's being requested. And so I think that it would be improper to consider the representations made that this has anything to do with that. There's a pending partition proceeding. The Yoder boys are joint owners of, I believe it's zone commercial
Mhm.
here in town. And I don't want to distract from necessarily what we're requesting today, as it's completely unrelated.
I mean, if we can agree right here in front of everybody and on camera that the deal we're gonna do is done, I'll leave right now and let them be about their deal.
If I may, I think that it's very important that the town board focuses its attention only on the issue that's in front of it, with only the information that is relevant to your decision making with regard to rezoning this property.
And you're 60, what percent?
63.
I'm satisfied, you. He has the authority to ask for it, so.
May I see the articles, please?
Absolutely.
What was your recommendation?
So go ahead and change it. We voted favorably for the rezoning.
We'll see what she says.
Sorry, just bear with me a second. This print is really small.
I got my book, which was read.
Readers?
I mean, we've already agreed to the, I just thinking that on paper.
Yeah. So I feel like this is where we're sitting right now. As the town of Morocco, we're just here to make a decision on a zone,
Yes.
on a zoning change. That's it. What civil case that you have going on right now is still between the shareholders, I take it.
Not between shareholders of Beaver Creek, between property owners of a property here in Kentland that they also happen to be,
Morocco.
I'm sorry, here in Morocco, that also happen to be shareholders of a company, but the legal proceedings is between Joshua Yoder and Eugene Yoder Jr. here in Morocco. Beaver Creek is not a part of those legal proceedings.
But if it's rezoned, could that eventually affect me on tax?
Yeah, it'll be
I can't.
higher, I would think, going from
You're not gonna
residential to
say, right?
industrial.
Speaking on behalf of Beaver Creek developers, and I'm trying to just be careful because Mr. Yoder's represented by counsel in the pending proceedings, and so I'm trying not to step into that. As it relates to Beaver Creek developers, Beaver Creek developers is responsible for any taxes associated with the 11 parcels that Beaver Creek developer owns, this being one of them. So any increase in taxes would be the sole responsibility of Beaver Creek Developers Incorporated.
Which I'm a part of.
So there is a shareholders in general are not responsible for the debts of the corporation. That's why there's a separation there. And again, that is a separate issue from what is being requested today.
Okay, we need your advice.
I agree that is a separate issue. The issue in front of you tonight is whether or not to grant their request to rezone the property. And when I say their request, the request of Beaver Creek developers to rezone the property. And so Josh is here in front of you as the representative of Beaver Creek Developers, and it does appear to me that he is legally authorized to do that.
What was your vote on the planning commission?
We voted favorably for the rezoning.
We'll go ahead and go for the vote.
Any motion?
He's thinking about it.
All that I ask is it just be tabled until it's figured out. You don't have to deny it.
But legally, I think with the information that we have, that's not appropriate. Is what she's saying. We have to go based on what they are bringing to us and what we have in front of us. We can't base it on what you two are going through separate from this.
I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to get it denied or I don't care what it does out there. I just want to make sure that our deal is, I'm not getting thrown under the bus.
I understand that. I do.
Want to make the motion?
No,
I will make a motion to take the recommendation of the planning commission and have the rezoning changed to, it was commercial.
Industrial.
To industrial.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Uh,
Aye.
Aye.
So now what happens, Becky?
So now it's rezoned to industrial, and so the zoning ordinances
Absolutely.
that apply to industrial properties are what is applied to that parcel from here on out. So any building permit that they would apply for.
Oh, it's there.
Now, do I have to send an email to the auditor's office or the assessor's office? letting them know what
Those
you
are
did
mine.
tonight?
Oh, with you, okay, sorry.
Minutes.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm assuming that they will want those minutes.
okay, so, okay. 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 Okay, Lisa asked if someone would want to make an approval for JR to be on the utility board.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay, we're done, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was everybody in favor of that?
Yeah.
Right.
Not bad, not you. I can't complain.
Okay, Nikki has asked me to, do an amendment to the salary ordinance for, emergency help pay, for $20 an hour. And this will be used for emergencies only, examples, snow plowing, storm pickup, etc. So, I was wondering if you guys wanted to approve that.
I'll make a motion that we approve it.
Okay.
Second.
Yeah, I was there.
All in favor?
Aye.
Scott's on that list.
Yeah, the shakes out.
Okay. Right, I guess we should go back now to the meeting and, approval of the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes read. I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Claims,
Yes, let's do the claims.
I emailed them.
Yeah, I told you to say I still have to file, so I have a physical copy.
I make a motion to approve the claims. As
Second.
read.
Just a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I've got
Who the hell
the
did I put that?
Jason. the staggered terms ordinance that was introduced at last month's meeting. We just need approval of that.
I make a motion to adopt that ordinance.
Second, there you go.
No, go ahead.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You mean, so is everything okay? I think? Okay, all right. I have a couple of questions for Becky. So the first question is, Becky, someone's been dumping in our brush pile things that shouldn't be dumped back there.
Okay.
And we ordered a camera
Okay,
that we're gonna have installed.
okay.
My question to you is, once we get this installed, do we have anything that we could, in writing, that we could find? Like, say I dump a bunch of things that I'm not supposed to dump out there and the camera catches me. Do we need to have an ordinance that says, okay, you're gonna be fined
No, that's,
$50?
that's a law.
Okay.
I would suggest maybe you think about posting a sign out there. That
Yes.
There is one.
perfect.
There is one.
Okay. So how would
I
we
got a
find
big
them?
brand new beautiful one.
Well, if you have them on camera and you can identify them,
Uh-huh.
then give that information to your town marshal, and then I'll work with him and we'll send out the appropriate citations or whatever we need to do.
Perfect, okay. Second thing, I want to ask you is, when we have shut off day, once a month, the people we're shutting off are a whole month behind on their water bills, okay? So when they come in, they don't have to pay, technically they owe 2 months, but they only have to pay 1 month to get their water turned back on, okay?
Right.
So could we make them pay those 2 months?
When is shut off day in relation to the due date for the new charges?
Okay, so the bills are due the 15th of the month. And we shut off on the second Monday of every month. So they're technically 6 months, well, yeah, they're 6 months behind, right, Brian? Is that what
No,
I'm saying?
6 months.
Or 6 weeks, sorry.
Right, but your second Monday couldn't possibly be the 15th or after.
Right.
So no, you can't require them to
That-
pay.
Okay, because it's this, why I'm getting to this is it's the same people every month. And
Understood.
they're having to run out there and turn them on and turn them back on. So we thought maybe there would be some type of an incentive for
Right.
them to not do this every month. Okay,
What?
Does the county
But they're
have a
paying a-
disconnect fee?
we do. Of
I was gonna say, they're paying a
$60.
fee every month too, on top of that.
Oh, they do.
Because we
but-
had the same client.
Actually, our ordinance says we can charge them 60 to turn it off and
Or
turn 60
60 to turn it back
We only
on.
did 60.
Maybe I'll start doing that.
I just know people have it tough right now, but it's just like I said, it's the same ones.
So
So-
if we would change it to the shut off date being after the 15th, would that make any difference?
Then you're still shutting people off though for
Like
part of
3
their
days,
bill
yeah.
only being, yeah, so.
Okay. 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 I'm done. Carry on, you guys, you got it.
You didn't do your quick treasury report, did you?
Is it? Yeah.
Okay. I didn't sign it.
We voted on the minutes and the claims. Okay.
Brian, what do you got for us?
If everybody saw the tree went up today.
Yes.
Mary was supposed to help and she forgot.
I was busy today. Dustin's bad for me.
I already got a picture of my daughter.
No, right now, everything's running smooth. I mean, everything that's supposed to be running smooth is running smooth, and we're good to go. So I don't have anything right now to worry about. The auger for the, snowplow, for the ton truck, haven't heard anything back from either places, so I'm gonna have Scoop patch it for now. And then we'll look at maybe next year, maybe spring, buy a new saw box for that truck.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. Patch a what?
Patch the auger.
Auger.
Yes. For the salt box,
The salt.
because we're gonna need a new salt box next year.
That's, Soul Box isn't very old.
No, that's all box. With the new box is in my truck. This is
Oh,
for the
okay.
ton truck.
Okay, different Soul
Yes,
Box.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
makes
all
me
box.
feel better.
It's probably, I don't know how long we had that truck, 18 years.
Yeah,
You guys
okay.
helped buy that truck, so that box
Okay.
is about 18 years old. So,
Okay, gotcha.
They don't really last that long.
yeah. We normally keep it clean, but it's just running out, so.
They usually don't last that long.
Other than that, that's all I got.
The new parking lot is looking nice and full.
It's working out better than we thought, so.
Yes, it looks very nice.
We need to get together to find out where you're wanting to put the parking lot, where we want to stop filling or stop, the deal, but
Okay.
we'll come up with something off of how big a parking lot you want, so.
Okay. And new Brian's working out well, still then I take it.
Yep, I'm gonna slowly turn more things over and over to him, so he's eager, so.
Good.
He's a good fit, really is, so.
Yeah, I don't think we could have asked for anybody better.
Glad to hear you're not gonna fire him.
He doesn't like heights real well, but he did a fine job on the
I was
basket
gonna
today.
say, I took 2 pictures of him at the top of that basket today. Cause I knew it wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I heard you don't do heights well either.
I do heights, 6 foot is about in my limit, so
Yeah.
I can go higher, but it's, I don't want to.
I wouldn't
He starts
drive a
crying
truck.
and it gets awkward.
Does
Yeah,
it?
yeah, when I cry, it gets awkward, it's good right now, okay,
Yeah.
sweaty.
Well, thank you for everything that you guys are doing. I think the town is looking amazing. And I really love that Christmas is up. I love it. So thank you.
Now
very
you just
much.
have to suffer and wait for a few more days for them to turn it all on, so.
Well, we can sneak and turn it on real fast before anybody sees and turn it off, so we can just look at it, just for a minute. Thank you, seriously. You guys are doing an amazing job, and I appreciate you letting me come and harass you every day. Dustin?
It's gotta be soon too.
I have a few things to go over, so. We've had a few civil issues that I've been dealing with, especially over the last month. One of them I discussed with our town attorney. I think we'll probably have a little bit more discussion on that, so I don't think it needs to be addressed right this second. The biggest issue that we have, I mean, if you look on social media, is obviously the address of 604 East Walnut. We've been dealing with that property for a while now. Since the last meeting, I have visited the trailer several times. Within that week and a half that I was there, almost every day, talking to him, he cleaned out a lot of stuff from inside. Cody and I went over there one day. He wouldn't allow us into the house, but he said, I'm going to get this stuff cleaned up. I will more than gladly let you in my trailer a few days later. Well, a few days later came around and he was incarcerated for an unrelated issue. So I visited after that a few days, but within that time frame of about a week and a half, he removed 2 vehicles, the tent that was in the yard, and then there's a living in the tent, moved into the house. He removed a bunch of garbage outside the house. Everything that I asked him to do outside the house, he did. And the cars were removed in a fairly timely manner. Since he's been incarcerated, there's another gentleman that lives there that I visited several times, and he is, he's been complying with everything that I asked to. He's opened the door for me, looked inside. The biggest issue that I can see, and I don't know what kind of issue it is, but there was about 15 to 20 cats inside. And I think the smell that people were smelling, a lot of that was coming from the cats. He said that he's trying to get the cats out. Now, I don't know how long the main resident of the trailer is going to be incarcerated, but I'm visiting there quite often, so they're seeing a lot of me. It's become an issue because it's become an issue because of the smell. It smells a lot better than it did 2 months ago. The vehicles, the tent,
Water.
the garbage around. Oh, and since then he has fixed his water in the house, and I think Brian turned the water back on, right? So they have running water now. So the complaints on Facebook,
I hate social media anyway, but
Oh.
have been that there's been drug usage, there's been, a smell and, people are just criminal activity. Every time I've went down there, there's been no evidence of such activity going on, so I can't make up evidence. And I know that we're not going to make everybody happy when it comes to this, but I am visiting there quite often. And they have complied thus far with what I've asked them to do. Cody and I are still going to go down and visit the inside side of the trailer. He looked at the outside and the underneath. What people were calling the structure unsound isn't really, it's a trailer, so it sits on the frame of the trailer. The skirting around there is block and some of the block was falling apart, but that's not the structure. It's just the skirting around the trailer. So I don't think that's a major issue. We will go in there and inspect the inside. That's, Cody could probably tell you more about that and we'll probably do that later this week or next week.
Okay.
But they have been cleaning a lot of it up. I just wanted to address it because I know we've had one complaint on social media, no in-person complaints. Nobody will come and talk to me about it. And I've reached out to them. Just comments on social media that's blowing this issue up bigger than it probably needed to be. So it's been dealt with if anyone would have any questions about that.
Thank you.
The other big thing that's happening right now is the new squad. Got a new squad and these are the generic quotes for the time being. Now, compared to 5 years ago when we got a new squad and now, I will tell you that move over that does our upfitting, the price is pretty much doubled. So if you look on the
Oh,
last
geez.
page, that's the generic price. I'm supposed to meet with them at the end of this week, beginning of next, in person to go through some things on what we can do and what we need. I just pretty much told them that whatever I had in the truck to mirror it for the new vehicle. So from what he said, once it gets down there, the Tahoe is not in service yet because it doesn't have light sirens, anything like that. But once they receive it, once they have time, it should only take a few weeks to get done. So if we can get the final quote, I will give it to you guys. I'll send it to you guys to approve. And then once we get it down there, then it'll be done. I asked them to do the graphics because they do everything. The graphics, other than a white vehicle, the graphics are gonna look just like what's on the truck now. So they can't put it in white on the paper, but basically that's what's in the front.
And it's a black truck or?
Yes, and if you want to take a look at it, it's in the garage at the PD right now. I should have just brought it tonight in case you wanted to take a look at it, but it's a Chevy Tahoe. If we were to order a 2026, we could have been getting it this time next year. They had a 2025 sitting on there, and it would have been at least 5 to 7% more than what we paid for it if we were in a 26. So we went with 25. And it's nice. It's extremely nice. I'm very pleased with it. The only other thing that I did get some quotes on radars because when they were installing the radio and all of the county vehicles, town vehicles, and everything, the radio people fried my radar in the spare car. So EMA has agreed to help us with the purchase a new radar. So I got some quotes for that, but he just asked me if we could send what radar we had a way to get fixed. I tried everything to fix it, but it fried something inside. So I gave EMA the quotes for the radar. Because Move Over can also order that at their cost and get it cheaper than ordering it directly from the factory. So if anybody wanted to look at those, but I don't think that's gonna be any cost to us. Other than installing it while we're at the log stop. So. And that's about all I got.
Thank you. You wanna go?
Sure.
Okay.
Two things that I forgot on my report was the CCR stuff. I know Nikki, I got to talk to you about it in person. I was doing it. we got a violation from IDEM for our CCR that we send out every year. They claimed it was missing content from it. I downloaded the guideline from IDEM to do it. And they had since changed the guidelines because talking to IDEM, the EPA had changed standards after we submit. So they claimed it's a violation for missing content for stuff that we weren't told that would change sometime later.
Yeah.
I've since made all the addendums. Sherry has it so she can send out like a postcard with water bills. And then it's been submitted to IDEM for review. So kind of a thing we didn't really expect, especially because we don't really ever get violations. So this was something new for us, and it seems like it was an administrative thing. They're going through and reviewing every CCR now with a fine tooth comb so that they can basically come back to EPA and say that their standards are not possible. So interesting to say the least. The other thing, I saw the new door was put on the wall today.
Mhm.
Yep, I saw they're out there putting a new door on the well.
And
So
they'll be here on Friday to, put a new lock on it so it matches all the
Perfect,
yeah.
keys.
Right now, the door handle that's on there is the one that was on there.
Okay.
But it has a fission for a deadbolt.
Okay.
And that new lock, deadbolt and the thing will be here.
Sweet.
Yeah, they'll
I'll
be
put
here
them in.
Friday, so it'll all be the same key.
Sweet. Recently at the water plant, our MAC valves, they're the automated air valves that control basically the whole system. We've replaced those. We've been having some buildup with them. I think Dad had talked to you about getting air dryer stuff.
Yeah.
So that we're gonna change those out. The filters for the air dryers so that hopefully this doesn't continue to happen because the MAC valves aren't reusable. They're a consumable item. They're about $111 a piece and there's 20 something in the plant. So we prefer to not have to do that all the time. Salt was delivered in September. Seems like we're using a tick more salt than normal. We used to be about every 10 months. It's about every 8 months now. So I just want to make sure that you guys were aware of that if you see it on your end as far as billing differences.
Good chance of that is because of the drought.
Yeah,
The
because
salt
our
water, salt water is coming from deeper, so it takes
Yeah.
more salt.
Oh.
Yep.
It's coming from a farm guy.
Fall around to hydrants. I need to get that scheduled with you so we can train Brian how to do that. So, we'll get a date for that. I think we got some 60s coming up, so, just that I'll be present to help you train Brian. So we can do that. On the water side, I believe that's it for new items. Noah, did you have anything?
Yeah, you got to talk about.
Yeah. So this is Noah. He's my replacement. You guys can meet him. He will be doing the next board meeting. And he'll be doing the reports from now on as well as the monthlies and stuff like that. I'll
And you
still be
tell him
signing
he
up.
brings dinner at the first.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have to bring dinner.
oh,
Yeah, yeah. On the wastewater side, disinfection.
Bring candy, plenty.
Yes. On the wastewater side, disinfection season's officially over, so we're no longer feeding chlorine at the wastewater plant. And we don't have to pull E. coli samples. All the equipment has been winterized and stored away for the year. Everything's in really great shape. The only thing we need to order for 26 is the little basket screens for the pumps. We go through Living Waters for that. I can't imagine they're gonna be more than like $50. So they get dry rotted over time. I think these have been the original since I've been here for 5 years. So just time to replace those.
Oh, let's blame it on Noah.
Yeah, there's always blame it on the new guy. FJF should be out sometime this month to clean the final so that we can get it prepped for winter. Because with the disinfection season, we don't use half of the channels over there. So we'll shut all that off, clean the sludge out so it's ready to go in the spring so we can just turn it on. And then
Who's gonna order the screens?
I'll call Living Waters and get a quote on them,
Okay.
so. And then Hebron actually donated some aeration tank DO probes for us to replace ours so that because it's all supposed to be automated and it was in the 2017 upgrade. The sensors that we have quit working. Hebron's were working when they updated theirs, so they donated theirs to us so that we can put those and get the automation system for all the air at the sewer plant back up and running, so we're not running in hand. And I'll work with Noah on getting all that replaced. And then Mark Patel will have to come down and calibrate all that, so I'll be in communication about that. And that's it. That's all I got.
Well, thank you.
You bet.
Scott, You forgot the other thing you were supposed to bring up about the,
Yeah, we were talking about it. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember what it was. What was the other thing?
about the sheds with the
Metal roofs, yes.
metal roofs, yeah.
I don't remember exactly what we talked about, but the portable sheds, do they need a metal roof to match? Or does it have to be a like roof to match everything else on the property? Just portables.
It's always been that it's supposed to be whatever,
Well,
the
it's-
little sheds.
Duke came in and said that he helped write the ordinance. And that's not what he meant. He said some, like, most of them come with, like, don't want someone to rip off, or what do you say, rip off the metal or whatever. So, we talked about it in the planning commission and they all agreed that we changed that ordinance, remember Becky? To, for just a portable building, you wouldn't have to have like structure. Just a garage or something like that.
Something permanent,
Right.
Mhm, yeah,
but not a portable.
right.
So what do we need to do to change that?
35 years portable. 35 years.
If that's what you
portable.
all want to do, you can just tell me and I'll write an ordinance amendment for you to next meeting for you to pass.
You guys okay with that?
Yeah. Make a motion.
Yeah, and that was the.
To do
that.
was always, you know, if you're gonna get one, make it the same as your.
We need a motion, so.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And so to be clear, we're going to change the existing ordinance so that portable structures are exempt from this.
Yes.
Can't put portable in capitals. Cause people are gonna try it.
Portable what?
People are gonna try it.
He's saying to put it portable in capital because people are gonna say, well, it's just portable, my garage can now be a tin roof. It doesn't have to be a like, or house like.
And Cody clarified that as long as it wasn't concrete down into the ground, then
Yeah,
it's,
and they won't approve a permit.
yeah.
That's not right. Okay. Somebody want to talk about the tree lighting?
Tin roofs and tin.
What do you wanna talk about?
Just the details.
That's a slide.
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't know if you want to. We usually talk about it and.
Sherry ordered the toys, right?
Mhm.
So.
If I'm going to pick up the toys this year, I need an enclosed tray. Cause at 11 o'clock last year at night, I was picking up toys on the street.
That's not a good place to walk around.
So are they being delivered or they have to be picked
No,
up?
usually the guys go pick them up. But I just got sleds and balls this year,
Okay,
so there's not gonna, but we do have quite a bit left from last year that I'd like to get rid of that first before we go on to the other stuff.
okay.
And Demont State Bank donated some money to help with purchasing the toys. They're gonna give out chocolate. Alpha PTO is gonna do cookies. River Church is gonna do a Santa shuffle or sprint. Um,
Pictures with Santa.
Pictures with Santa.
Santa.
I'm doing.
You said
crafts.
the church is doing that
Mhm. Doing a little race out there. It's cute. It's so cute.
for the kids?
No, they have
Me
like
and Dustin
Dustin
and
and
Jerry.
it's like, they have like community people do it. And it's like, kind of like a little obstacle course. It's really cute.
Um, Purdue Extensions and Step Ahead and I are gonna do crafts in here. And then I also got, Neil to do a hayride to the walking path, so the kids can read the story that day too, so.
This is on the,
That's what we have planned so far.
Fire chief.
So everything's good, I think.
Yeah, I think everything's good there. Okay.
and what date is that on?
29th.
29th.
It was fun, like, you know, the kids.
Becky, you got anything?
I do. I have two things for you. The first thing that I have is to talk about an ordinance amendment that pertains to noise levels.
Yes.
So, excuse me, I'm sorry. We talked about this at the last meeting. This, just for everybody's reference, so that you have it right in front of you, is the current noise ordinance that is in the ordinance book now. This, and this is just a draft copy that I'm distributing, is one that I drafted that has some different terms to it. It establishes quiet hours. And I'm happy to make any revisions to this that you guys might want, if you want to take it under advisement, review it, revisit it later. Or I did bring a clean copy dated for tonight if you guys want to approve it tonight. And so there is language in this new ordinance that completely repeals the old ordinance and replaces it with this.
So with the definition.
Mhm.
Somebody is still allowed to have their hobby during the day, even if it's repetitive. Okay. Just want to make sure I understand it right.
Under section 3, where it talks about prohibited acts, the only time that there are prohibited acts is during quiet hours. So during non-quiet hours, there really aren't any restrictions in place.
So we can have a giant free for all.
During non-quiet hours, as it's drafted, yes. If you don't like that and you want me to put in some other terms, I can make it read however you want it.
Can you live with that?
Well, the only, and I don't say this as a resident that wants to complain about things. The only thing that I know that I get complaints on that there may be somebody continuously playing their drums outside their garage at noon that may not bother one neighbor, but may bother another neighbor or several neighbors. So where I do like a little bit of the other ordinances, it kind of explains it as if it becomes disturbing to several people in a sense, then it becomes a nuisance. I do enjoy, because it's usually night hours that we get the complaints on things. I do enjoy that portion of it, but how do we deal with the complaint of at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, somebody continuously doing something that is loud that can be heard off of the road, and several neighbors are complaining.
Yes, and I definitely get that, but then I think that puts you back in the same situation that we talked about at the last meeting. So I'm happy to put that in there.
No,
if you want me to.
I like the way this is written. Some people will not like the outcome. And you make everyone happy, I understand that, but I try to all the time.
I also like it. It's a clear, defined rule. This is how it is. There's no wishy-washy language. I personally like it, but I feel like you're the one that's gonna have to deal with complaints, so either you say yes or no.
And also, are you comfortable with the quiet hour designation that's in there? It'd be at the very
10
top
to
of the
7?
second page.
10 to 7, yeah.
Yeah. And it's the same 7 days a week. I'm happy to change it if you guys want something different.
I think that's reasonable.
I can do. What do you think?
I mean, like, I
You
mean,
want to change the hours or you like those or?
I would like to review it. I would like to think about it longer before we vote on it.
Okay.
Well, somebody can make a motion and he'll just not win. I mean, you can, that's what it's about.
You read the whole thing.
There's certain things in ordinance before, was this,
This little bitty paragraph was our ordinance before.
Right.
it's kind of like a reasonable person. And we talk about this in our job all the time,
Mhm.
reasonable and prudent. If I'm sitting in my house, I'm not working, and I hear a radio from a car, you could not have that thing cranked all the way, and you could still hear it. What's bothersome is somebody bumping down the road and rattling the windows. To most reasonable people.
Yeah.
I may like the music. I love the sound of a Harley. But at 10 o'clock at night, we don't want to hear it ripping through town.
Mhm.
So I think this is pretty reasonable.
I think it's reasonable myself. Kathy, did you read through it?
Yeah,
I don't know anything.
I thought it was reasonable.
I make a motion to adopt it
Do you
today.
want to take the time to read it or you've read it already or you just want to think about it?
I would rather think about it for a little while, but if you guys want to call for the vote,
Does it
I make a
give,
motion to
does it
accept
give
it.
a decimal? I mean, that's not,
There's no-
All in favor?
so what are you,
Aye.
what are you based on for
You're saying no?
excessive noise?
I'm opposed there.
Did you read it?
Like,
Thank you very, very much for getting it all
I
around.
mean, it's much better than
You know,
what this
back in the,
is.
back in the day, the.
You know,
the
it's more-
45 decibels was what you were based on.
Cut and dry.
The problem with that is, in my house, if I'm going on with
Jason won't
decibel,
sign it.
I can find out.
And then that'll need to be.
Oh, yes, but I'm just, well, and the reason I asked.
I'll get it
because
on there.
I have one of these vehicles that is pretty loud, times like two.
Well, to me-
But you're not gonna have it in the
To
middle of
me,
the night.
reasonable, if I'm coming home at 11 p.m. on my Harley and I'm putting through town, you can tell me
Are you
you're
signing
putting through
one?
town. And I do every time I come in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right, you don't have it wide open.
Clean
Right,
copy.
but
And
if you're
I'll
coming in
email
and
you
going,
the.
moving through first, second, and third gear from the bar to State Street and you're romping on it, that's unreasonable.
And then the other thing that I have is just to remind you, I think I emailed this out to you guys after the last meeting. The proposal from American Legal Publishing,
Yes.
if you want to have the ordinances updated and recodified. Totally up to you if that's something you want to do now or not right now, whatever you think. I just want to make sure that you saw the email and you have the info you want.
I did see it. I did not have a chance to discuss it with her because I looked at the cost.
Perfect.
Yeah, can we give me a chance to, I've had a busy month here.
No
and
problem.
Do it next month.
No problem. Like I said, just want to make sure you guys all saw it.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. And that's all I have.
And a donation request.
What you got, lady?
We have, $2,000 donation to the Faith Harvest Food Pantry. I know you guys know that the government shut down and people aren't getting their food stamps and stuff, so, I know the food pantry could use some extra help with the holidays coming, so.
I'll make a motion.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for doing that.
No problem, okay. And then the Morocco Fire Department, they are getting a new fire engine. And we don't have to help pay for that, but they are in need of equipment to, outfit it. And they said the cost of that's gonna be around $20,000. And I looked at everything and I thought maybe, if it was okay with you guys, we could pledge 10,000 for, I know Jason has to
Yes.
not say anything, but, Jason is that what the hoses and,
Just, yeah, general loose equipment on the truck.
okay, so, I think we'd be fine with that out of landfill tipping, but, I just want to see what you guys
I make a
thought.
motion
Yeah,
to
I'll
donate the
second it.
10,000.
Yeah, we have to have our equipment work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, Okay. That's all
That
I
was
have.
all of them?
That's it. That's all I have. Well, I know probably pretty soon, we normally give to Angel Tree and we normally give to Santa Chefs, but I haven't gotten a letter yet. But, if you guys wanted to approve that, when we do get the letter, I can send the check or we can wait till the December meeting.
I'm okay with her donating whatever we donated last.
Last year we gave 500 to Angel Tree and Santa Chefs didn't ask us because they had enough. So they might not ask us again. I don't know. But if they do, in the past, we've donated 1,000 to them.
I make a motion to donate to those two causes you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
If they do come in.
Yeah, if they come in. Okay. Do they have anything for, go ahead.
I went to ask Brian, what's going on in the yard? I got all the markings.
In your yard? I'm not sure what's, I don't know if anything that we got located. It's yellow and.
Yes, I'm sure it's the one we talked about today, Gonzarowski's. Would they?
Oh, I was thinking, yeah, not her yard. I was thinking his yard. Yeah, they're putting fiber in. They're putting fiber in your neighbor's house.
The fire department.
And so that we have to do locates
Fire
to
department.
water lines, gas lines,
Oh, 2,000.
phone lines, anything that's in the ground.
Which neighbor across the street?
The Gonzarowski,
Huh?
Gonzarowski across the street.
Oh, okay.
They're getting,
Fiber optic. it
the
said?
fiber optic, Nico is coming in there and they have to bore, or they're cutting a trench in there 2 foot deep. So they have to call locate it.
Just wondering.
Yeah, nope, not a problem. I was thinking his house, not your house, so.
I think they took care of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, we were gonna say something though, right?
yeah.
You go ahead, because she told you.
So Joy McCann called me today
Mhm.
and she wanted to know when her sidewalk was gonna be taken care of.
Well, the guy that we had lined up to do that, doesn't do work in this neighborhood or in this area. So I don't know if his license run out or if it's whatever, so he can't come down here to do it. So we'll have to find a alternative
Okay,
plan.
and we talked prior to,
we're
and we
working
think
on
we
that.
found
Yes.
somebody.
So we think we
so-
got somebody, so.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
that should be taken care of.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a motion?
Anybody else have anything? I make a motion to close the meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's where I was going. I figured you were. Yeah. She came yesterday.